Hi everybody, I'm Greg. Welcome to Goodbye Gluten, where
Saying goodbye to gluten does not mean saying goodbye to great food and great taste.
So please like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel.
So today we're going to do a product review, actually two products from the same line. Mrs. Jones Pumpkin Bread and Muffin Mix and her Snickerdoodle Pumpkin Blondie Mix. Now, we haven't tried these before, but we've heard a lot of great things about them, so I'm excited to review these, see how well they taste, how they hold up to our quality standards. Okay, let's get into this mix. And, well, it says 8x8 baking pan. We lost ours in the move somewhere, so we're going to get a new one. So I'm using a 9x5 pan, so it should be roughly the same thing. So let's get to baking. Okay, first thing you're going to need to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Okay, so the ingredients are pretty simple. Cane sugar, rice flour, brown sugar, potato starch, pumpkin, tapioca starch, cornstarch, spices, which is cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and ginger. The norms, right? Sea salt, xanthan gum, and baking powder. Pretty simple, right? What else is there? Yeah, that's about it. Cool thing is, made in the USA. So to help support the hometown team, right? And what you're going to need is the mix itself, one egg, 10 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm doing dairy-free butter. Country Crock has a really good plant-based butter because my wife's dairy-free, so she can't have it, and so is one of my sons. Okay, and a little bit of water. Oh, also, a muffin pan. Now, oops. Okay, first thing first, you want to spray your pan. I mean, you can line it with foil, or not foil, but you know, parchment papers, that sort of stuff. Okay, let's set that aside. And the reason why we do this with the mixes is just to show you guys how easy these are to make and to set up. Okay, restart right there. So the reason why we're doing it like this and showing you kind of the mixing processes and stuff is just to show you how easy and fast you can make these things. And plus, oh my God, that mix smells so good. It's like walking into grandma's house during Christmas or Thanksgiving. Just, oh. That's one thing I really love about this time of year. It's just, the smells in kitchens are just amazing. One egg. Do up our oil or butter. And you most likely can just use vegetable oil or canola oil if you don't want to use non-dairy butters or butters. But I always felt if you want to get the best quality, you know, follow the recipes really well. So we're just going to mix this up really quickly. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Not going to super mix it. I just want to get all the eggs combined in and get everything done really quickly. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and... Okay. And we're simply just going to go ahead and put this, move this back a little bit so I can reach it. I mean, the smell takes me back to when my grandma used to let me help her bake when I was a little kid. She made one birthday cake for me, so sweet. Man, it made my teeth hurt. But that's grandma's for you, right? Okay. Just gonna loosely pack it around. Not worried about too much because it'll, you know, bubble up and soften. And now we're going to put this in the oven for about 28 to 32 minutes. I usually do about 30 minutes. Okay, so we got our bowl. I already put the little muffin cups in here. So we're going to set that aside. That's what I love about muffin cups. You don't have to worry about any of the cleanup of the pan or spraying the pan or anything like that. Okay, easy to just cut open the mix lid. Oops. Okay, last step is to go ahead and grab our cinnamon sprinkles, right? And then just kind of evenly sprinkle this baby on there. You go light it first and then go ahead and, you know, heat it up and or go a little thicker as you're doing it, but you want to use all of it. Oh my gosh, it's looking so good. And I will tell you this, whoops, a little too much on that one side, but that's fine. I don't think anybody's going to complain. Okay, so let's get this to the oven for about 28 to 32 minutes. And I'm usually going to check it about after 30 minutes. So the ingredients on this mix of the pumpkin muffin and bread mix is pretty much, I think it's, yeah, it looks pretty similar to the other one, right? The only thing that this one has is natural vanilla flavor. Okay, and the difference is for the ingredients you're going to need the mix. You're going to need 3 eggs. These are large eggs, not medium or jumbos. Okay, and half a cup of milk. We use for baking. We'll use Trader Joe's Organics non-dairy soy, which is really good. It's not sweet or anything. Like my wife uses Silk for her coffee. Right, but baking, and I know she's going to be eating some, we use this. Okay, and then you're going to need 8 tablespoons of melted butter. And like I said, we use Country Croc's plant-based butter, which is pretty good. You know, I mean, it's not, you know, like Country Croc, and Country Croc is also dairy-free. Just to let you know. So let's get to the cooking processes. Okay, so we got all our ingredients ready to go. Our eggs, milk, butter, and our mix. So let's mix this up really quick. While our oven is preheating to 350 degrees. Oh, that smell is amazing. I mean, that smells awesome. I'm going to do our eggs. Get our melted butter. Excuse me. And our milk. Okay. I usually start by just mashing the egg yolks so they mix easier. As you can see, it is turning pumpkin colored. which is awesome because Thanksgiving is around the corner. I mean, today is literally November 1st. And yes, I went back to the store and bought tons more of Halloween candy because it's like super cheap and on sale, so. And there's some of those that you can just, you know, like the candy cane, or the candy canes. I was thinking actually making candy, giving out candy canes for Christmas or for Halloween, but my wife didn't want me to. She's like, no, don't do that. So now we're going to put this in the oven for about 16 to 19 minutes. Okay, now my favorite part of the video is this, but I have to mention something my son mentioned. It looks like baby Grogu is hiding in a baby carrier. Oh, that's so funny. If you don't know who baby Grogu is, he's from Star Wars. Off the Mandalorian show. If you haven't watched it, it's pretty good. So, we're going to try the muffins first. And I will tell you, oh, they smell so good. I mean, literally, you can smell the pumpkin, spices. It's literally a little bit of Thanksgiving in a cup. So break this open, just so you can see what that looks like. It's squishy and spongy, and oh my God, it smells even better when you break them open. Mmm. That's a good textured muffin. Now, for you people who are just getting to gluten-free, or the people who know people are gluten-free, there are some mixes I've had and other foods I've had that are gluten-free where you bite into it and it literally absorbs all the moisture in your head, right? You're just like, oh, that's pretty dry. These are not. These are smooth, moist, yummy. I can see eating these every morning. That's dangerous. Oh my God, that is so good. So now we're going to try the Blondie. Like I said, it didn't have the square pan, so I had a casserole dish. And my wife kind of dug into it a little bit prior. And so you can see, it almost looks the same, almost. It's a little bit darker. Whoops, kind of breaking apart on me a little bit. That is pretty good. I'm thinking maybe one more egg would be a perfect consistency. But the consistency is really moist, really yummy. What is my saying? I love the pumpkin flavor. The spices come out really nice. They're not as bold and punch you in the face, kind of like most of my family likes, because like if you see our pumpkin pies, they're like solid black almost because of all the cinnamon and nutmeg and cloves. But that is a really good Blondie. I mean, Miss Jones, you did a pretty good job. So we did pick these up at Walmart. And then we were like, You know, sound really, really good, and we Googled some and we saw all the reviews, and there was a lot of people that are like saying, hey, these are pretty good, and so we went on to Reddit and asked some people if they've ever had them, and a lot of people didn't. So I promised that I would shoot a review for this. And Miss Jones did a really good job. Her company did a really good job with all of this. I mean, so I will put a link down in the description. You probably already noticed that by now. If you looked in the description area, you saw the link to these. And that way you can find a place that'll sell these. Most likely you'll be able to go ahead and just buy them straight from the company. And if you really like them, buy a crate, you know. They're really, really good, and I guarantee your neighbors are going to love them, your kids are going to love them. And if your non-gluten-free friends show up for luncheon or a breakfast or something, serve them these muffins, and they are never going to know the difference. They're going to be like, well, I mean, they're going to know because you're gluten-free, but they'll be like, oh my God, these are so good. So, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you go out and check out Miss Jones's product line. Check out go ahead and check out her website. And remember what we always say here at Goodbye Gluten. Saying goodbye to gluten does not mean saying goodbye to great food and great taste. And remember what we always say here at Goodbye Gluten. Saying goodbye to gluten does not mean saying goodbye to great food. Yeah. Okay, remember what we always say here at Goodbye Gluten. Saying goodbye to gluten does not mean saying goodbye to great food and great taste. You have a great night. Oh, whoa.